Hello everybody, Glitch Reaper here. I'm back for some more crazy Minecraft, and I think I'm in a good dream. I think like the first one of my set of my next 3 brews of sleeping that I used got me here in one shot. So not gonna argue with that. That was awesome. I did do a ton of preparations in between for this expedition, so might need to get you a little caught up on that. Remember that my inventories are kind of separated, but some things, on the other hand, can bypass that. Like, for example, uh, wait, does it not do my other menu for Galacticraft stuff? You can clearly see my space gear. I obviously don't have my oxygen tanks on because I only do it when I'm going to. Darn lips. I only do that when I'm going into space, but you can tell it's there. Another thing is, even though some menus are gone, they're still technically available if you hit the right button. Like if you have them on a support button. Yeah, like for example, I've got my Lycanites menu here, and it's configurable whether or not you have your Lycanites mobs permitted in this dimension. So uh, that's a thing that's in the Lycanites configs. Right now, I'm not using that method to bypass. I'm using a different method. Remember, I did kind of discover a few? Well, I did that video a while back, partially in preparation for times like these. And the thing is, I do in fact have a backpack on. Yeah, that's right. I'm giving Adventure Backpacks another shot. Uh, Partially because it came back whenever they redid the whole um, launcher thing. So that happened. Now the thing is, whenever you're in a good dream, it's always daylight in a way, but it also has this odd purple haze a bit. Or is it magenta? It looks more magenta to me. It's not exactly pink. It's not exactly purple. I think it's magenta. I think we have magenta haze. So very Ender color themed. But yeah, because I have a backpack on, I'm actually able to access everything that I stuffed in it. Yeah, I did a lot of things in preparation for this moment because I knew there was going to be a lot of crazy stuff. And this also gives me an opportunity to get certain equipment to be considered of this world rather than the other. Indefinitely, so that whenever I swap back and forth, it's okay. Because normally there's only certain very particular things that are allowed to cross through the barrier. And I can, of course, take things from here and put it into my backpack, or I can, uh, I can basically do the classic, well, if I make very certain things over here, it'll go over anyhow. So that's definitely a thing. And if you think it's unwise for me to be in a peaceful dream without some way of offing myself or using an icy needle, don't worry, there's a way. Because I've already spotted it. But there are certain things that are still dangerous around here. Like if I were to jump into a pool of ooze from like nice mobs, it would literally chill me to death. Also, some enemies will still appear even if it's a good dream in the shadows. So that, yeah, they have managed to show themselves up. It's just that it's not night. So in all likelihood, spiders will go neutral. Uh, they will try to keep themselves out of the sun over there because skeletons burn in daylight, so not too much worries about them as long as I'm out in the open. As you can see, peaceful animals will spawn, so it's kind of meant to be a kind of a nice thing. And of course, if you have pools of water, if you really need to transition over, you can just wait. It'd be a slow way to off yourself, but it would work, and it's more or less waking yourself up. You see, that's the fast way to knock yourself out, because if you're in ooze, you will freeze to death very fast. It is very cold. You know, I'm not sure if Lycanite ever really registered that under the cold substances for things like thermal expansion, so I might have to ask him about that. It's a very good point. I just thought about that. It's like, is that technically registered with the fluids registry of this is very cold? Because, ow. That illustrated some other way to cause yourself some damage. But the bigger thing is I have ways of getting food here because I have a candy cane sword. And additionally, there should be berry bushes around here and there that I can move. So if I want to make a local base in this area, which is where I kind of spawn in because it's, well, close to where I slept. It's not so much that it's putting you back to like a world spawn type location. It's that it's putting you in a place that's close to where you slept. So it corresponds to the terrain of the overworld. I didn't go into this very much in Crazy Craft 3 because there was a massive flaw in it, and I was also getting things that I essentially need from the spirit world by defeating Crazy Killer Pac-Man. So there wasn't too much reason to keep questing into it whenever I had a bypass, and it wasn't a wise idea. Because in Crazy Craft 3, I found out that if you enter it in any other way other than the dedicated witchery way, it can screw it up beyond all comprehension. Uh, and especially true whenever you've got a TARDIS. That reminds me, I am striving to have a mod pack with a TARDIS again, and I will get there eventually. Uh, Maybe sooner, it depends on if I tweak a few things. But either way, I will TARDIS again, even if it might wind up leading to similar shenanigans. So, yeah. But the bigger thing is, should I like mine a bit up, make myself a base? Because it might actually be a good idea to actually use some of this decorative stone that's included in a pack for once. Make myself a little house. Because it's not like I have to worry too much now, because this is an eternal twilight in a good way. Kind of almost like an eternal sunset that never quite goes down, or an eternal sunrise that never quite goes up. Either way works. But yeah, I can access my backpack because all you have to do is hit whatever you got bound to it. In my case, I've got the button B for backpack. I'm surprised that it did not actually contradict anything at that exact time. Like, seriously, I'm going, wow, that is nice. But yeah, I decided to take out my whole blind light set to commemorate this. Okay, and I've got these ingredients for very particular reasons because I need to make a brew of flowing spirit which can only be made in the spirit world. Hence why I'm here. And why am I after that, you might ask? Well, I was going to do various bosses and mini-bosses and special creatures found in Witchery, and one of them is to fight your reflection. Well, fighting your reflection requires you to basically bind a demon to a mirror, and then either pull out the reflection or to go into the mirror and defeat them in there. And so I'm trying to do it either way, that way. I'm liking this rock. I mean, it kind of reminds me of diorite. Don't know if it is. It might be. No, it's marble. It's classic marble. Why did I say classic marble, even though it's not in vanilla? Because they have been showing off white rocks like this for quite some time in modded before that happened. Kind of indicating, yes, we want a nice light-colored rock. Marble was the choice in mods, but it became diorite in vanilla. So just a little bit of modding / vanilla history for you. But always remember that mods act also as a big suggestion box, in addition to being fun to just play around with. So it's not just all just because it's mods. It's also because you're kind of making a statement. Do you want this in Minecraft? Yes, you do, because that's why you're playing it this way. Oh yeah, I didn't bring my magic thing, so I can't cast illumination spells right about now. That's okay. It's not really going to be too dark because it's just not going to be, because this is kind of a nice bright world. It's again, it's the good dream. That reminds me, there's actually a mod that's been finally ported that may or may not be familiar with that terminology, because it kind of goes by the same principle, but it was its own thing. It literally is the Good Night Sleep mod. It's finally been ported recently. So for those who may remember it from, I don't know what exactly, because I hadn't actually played with it before, but it is ported. And it's kind of about the same concept of having good dreams and bad dreams. See, how much of this did I harvest? Wow, over a stack. By, like, a lot. Okay. Almost forgot just how much durability this pick has. It's ridiculous. So, even if it doesn't look like you've used much durability, you probably used more than you thought. It just has an absolute ton. So I'm very grateful, even though this didn't work out with my original purpose of using it to destroy sliders, that it did, however, have a pretty good use, and that's just as a good generic pick. I mean, theoretically, could I have put Mjolnir in with the backpack? Yeah, I could have put it back and forth that way, but I wanted to give this pick a little attention because it's a good pickaxe. I mean, it smashes through everything and has a ton of durability. So it also has a tremendous amount of attack power. That's why I was originally thinking it would be great if I could hit a slider with it. But I was kind of a little disappointed because it didn't. Apparently it does something that's not quite vanilla pickaxe enough for it to register. And that's one thing, is that a lot of things that act like pickaxes in mods don't count. They have to technically use the class. So that is how you have things that don't work, like tinkers. Yeah, those pickaxes, they may be great, fancy, you can maintain them better than a regular pickaxe, but when it comes to fighting a slider, they just don't work. So there's your lesson in the why pickaxe routine. And why this is still around is because, well, it kind of has good use even afterwards. And, I might as well start equipping my stuff. This will be my set over here. Oh man, this is a fantastic set. And because of all that special usage, oh yeah. But now I have access to using all this fantastic marble to build myself a small home. And the thing about it is you never really need an axe to chop wood. So I can slice up any tree I'd like with my hands. It's just something that, okay. Admittedly, there have been a few trees I've seen in modded that do in fact require the use of an axe of high enough quality. It's pretty rare. Normally speaking, you can harvest a tree with your fist. That is a Minecraft thing. I think I'll just level this off a little. So this is certainly like suddenly transforming into let's build. Why? Because I feel like building a base around here just so I have a nice location to hop into in case I have a bad dream again and have to deal with a nightmare. Because they are a bit of a pain. Even when you can fly, they can be a bit of a pain because you have to keep doing footwork around them all the time and blah blah blah. So it's not good to have to deal with them. Even if you can totally swamp them, it's still kind of an annoyance. So let's just try to bypass that, shall we? I think I want to smash this part here off. And by the way, I'm pretty sure the particles that were around me whenever I was a nightmare was in fact coming from the nightmare. It's not an effect of the armor I was wearing. So there's that. I did figure that out. Kind of interesting, actually. But yeah, I'm just going to build a little house here. I want to make sure that the... oh, wait. I have to transform into a nightmare to test this out. Okay, they are, in fact, normal player size. That's a problem, because I was going to try to keep them out. But I suppose I can do it just with a door. Yeah, let's go with, like, classic, let's make a Minecraft house. Because I want to have some of my stuff protected inside for future use. So I'm just going to make it out of marble. I know I could chisel it if I wanted to into something, but right now I'm just going to make it out of marble. Because there's something special you can actually do with a chisel. And I'm pretty sure I remember there being chisels in here. But if you've got access to the chisels, you can use them in world to change how something looks by clicking on it. You don't have to actually have them chiseled in advance like I tend to. That's just kind of a habit I got. So it's not an absolute necessity. I might want to make a door over here too. Might even have more than one door, like a door per side. Just so that if I have to approach it from any direction, I can do so quickly. Yeah, that sounds like a good idea. Door from each side. Let's make it symmetric. Yeah, that works. Okay. That's going to seem a little claustrophobic in a way, because I'm going to seal it off. Wait. Need sticks. Need sticks, because I'm going to definitely want to make some torches. Hi, nice tree. You look particularly good for me. So let me just pop through here and have myself a nice chunk of spruce. So I'm definitely going to want some torches, get some other things going here. I actually have the ability to craft with this backpack. Kind of if you hadn't seen me do adventure backpacks for a while, as a reminder, it has a function that lets you do that, so I don't even have to make a crafting table. I can just craft whenever I'd like. That's just nice. It's always nice when you can do that. You don't even have to go out of your inventory or move it around. Because then you always run the risk that if you're trying to move it back in later, that you have to make sure you have enough room. So, you know, that kind of annoys. But for now, I'm just trying to get a little base established so that from this point onward, I'll be able to have the general area on lockdown. So, because there's an interesting thing that it handles. Even if it goes between a good and bad dream, not only does the terrain mimic the overworld, but it remembers things that you placed in one version or the other, which is really cool. It's also another reason why I'm here, and that's to harvest a certain block if I can, specifically a certain plant. You've probably seen it before. It's that nice kind of wool-like plant. It's a kind of well, it's basically like a kind of cotton. This kind of cotton is a little different because it depends on which kind of dream you've got as to which version it is. And which version it is in fact important for doing things. Oh, come on. There we go. So now I can seal it off and make myself a nice... I could... really? You just had to bounce off something, didn't you? How did he even get in that position? Oh, I know what it is. My perspective is throwing it off because I'm still in morph. Okay. Sometimes even if it has, like, the player's perspective in essence, it miscalculates certain things at certain times. So you always got to be wary of morph getting in your way while doing construction. So that is a concern. Now the real concern right now is, do I have enough spruce? Okay, that's right. They did kind of have those doors in here this way. Which means, among other things, that I'll be able to have these nice spruce-looking doors, and they will keep the enemies from seeing in. However, they did not port the ability for doors to stack. That would have been very nice. And I don't really think it would have been that hard. I mean, it's a door. It's not like it's something that requires something special. I might want to make sure I can get up to each of my doors. There we go. An extra door is going to be okay. I mean, I might make an auxiliary building or something. But anyhow, I should be able to do some things. I will need a ritual spot, but this will be kind of like my holdover house. So let's start putting stuff together. If I need further energy, I can just go around and try to get some plant life. In fact, let me just put down a few things that way. This I do kind of need to start growing somewhere anyhow, because I don't know if I'm going to need to have more of it, so... Oh, come on, there's got to be a cliff face around here or something. Something that dangles. Oh yeah, this'll work. This'll work. Okay, I got the other one because I need to have one of these for what I'm going to actually do. Don't know if that'll be in range of my altar to discover, but we'll see. Oh yeah, I will be needing a fire, won't I? Okay, I did forget something. But you can also just kind of burn wood for a while to get a kettle warm. Uh, it'll be a little weird. Where to put it? Okay, suppose that'll work. Ironic using the nightmare form around here. Or is it appropriate? It's one of those things where you kind of gotta wonder. I heard that. Is there a skeleton down here? Well, I have enough of these, I can just seal the area off. There. Now it won't be able to get here. If it's coming from that direction, anyhow. Actually, I need to put that there, and I need to crack this, because I'll need to have the fire itself in between. Okay, I'll need to get myself some iron. Didn't entirely think that, so I'm gonna grab myself a little iron, make myself a little furnace. So I need to do at least a little basic processing. Luckily, iron usually isn't that hard to find. I knew there was one. I one-shot him with a pickaxe. And then a creeper decided to explode. Okay. And luckily he just blew himself up. Okay. I also remember that I have a little bit of extra stuff in my backpack. Or did I? Oh, wait. I have my candy canes here. Okay. Ranged attack, just in case. So now I'm ready for that scenario. Okay. Is there any iron, please? Iron? Iron. Here, iron. I just need a few blocks worth, that's all. He's got some serious armor. I'm gonna need a little something to actually cook it, I suppose. So not iron. Totally not iron. Okay, I flew out on the other side. Okay, fine enough. Fine enough. But can I see iron, please? Because I need enough to get... Well, if I had a bucket, that would work. But that would be a no. Okay, do I see any just along the way? Because it'd be nice if it was an exposed vein of iron. But I'm not getting any. On the other hand, loot always works. Hello over there. Do you have some iron? No. That is just the tiniest little house. In the middle of nowhere. That's so not really much of a village. Okay. Don't worry, I'm trying not to go too terribly far from my little house. So I should be fine on that front. But I really do need iron. Hello, iron. Iron? Don't be ironic and not give me iron. I mean, you're one of the most plentiful things in the game. You can't possibly be that hard to find. I literally found some of the things I was specially after first. At least I think so. And sometimes cotton looks like cotton. Let's put it down. This is regular cotton. Nope, not the cotton I'm after. Might come in handy, but it's not the cotton I'm after. Ah, wispy cotton. This is what I'm after. Okay, I'll just grab a lot of this if I can. Wait. Okay, I can actually harvest it pretty much instantly, so you can like jump and hit it. Like, well, if you could jump. Yeah. So this harvests easily. That should be enough for a while. But it's good to see that I've got some more just in case. But the iron is going to be an issue. I can tell. I mean, I could just burrow and just find iron. This pick has a hilarious amount of durability, so it's not like I can't just maul through a mountain and find it. And hey, look, there's mallow bushes. I knew there'd be some that I could actually grab. In fact, just to make sure I've got a deposit close to home, I'm going to take this pile, or at least several of them. Not necessarily the whole thing. They are good. Very saturating. Just like the description says. At least I think it says saturating. Yep, it says saturating. I remembered. That little feast ought to last a while. And I opened up the slot, so you never know. I might find iron. At least I hope I do. I had so many other things prepared in advance and I forgot the iron. Okay, that happened. But iron isn't hard to find usually, so I should run into it fairly easily. If not, you never know. I might find an alternate way, but I do need to use my flint and steel. I mean, gravel's gonna be easy to find. That's not a problem. I've seen a few gravel deposits here and there. It tends to occur more along water than you might think. But as for iron, it's not really presenting itself that easily. It is nice to see this area in a different way, though, because again, the terrain corresponds, so that it kind of let you see your area kind of differently than it used to be. Because obviously, there's my house back. Might even make a nice little, like, chest or something to keep things off my back. Oh well, I can at least go to the thread portion. Because now that I have my my special cotton, I can do this. Spinning wheel. Okay. If I remember correctly, it was going to take me 1 string and 1 odor of purity and 4 of the wispy cotton for each of the fanciful thread that I need. Spinning wheels take power, and hence why I wanted to get an altar. Also, a lot of your recipes with this take power. So that's something, because trying to get that brew of flowing spirit that I need, it takes the fanciful thread, Spanish moss, glintweed, water artichoke bulb, mandrake root, and wool of bat. I've got all those ingredients on hand, pretty much. And the thing is that what I really need is the brew of hollow tears, which takes an oil of vitriol, a couple of clay jars, a brew of flowing spirit, and it makes a ton of flowing tears. Plus condensed fear and focus will might come in handy a bit later. But we'll get to that eventually, as to whether it comes in handy or not. But I've got everything else. I just forgot to bring a bucket, which is very weird because I tend to be loaded with buckets. So it's like, what? It's like, dude, you're missing. Okay, I know that I've had some serious issues with with heat recently and other things, because I might not mention it that much, but the weather around me has been really hot, and it has been seriously getting problematic to the point that it has been best considered as disturbing of everybody's natural rhythm. Actually, I might want to clear this out around this tree so it can grow. So yeah, may throw people off their game. Okay, what's my ultra power just for curiosity? Very low, but apparently it's enough. That's all I need, is it to be enough. But I can power it up a bit more later. But the big thing is, of course, the search for iron. And you know, I might just do that burrowing thing, because I can in fact just dig straight down if I want, because I can fly. So I think I'm just going to go with that option. Okay. Copper. Hello, copper. More copper. Lots of stone. Please, iron. Don't let me get all the way to bedrock without finding iron. That would be very weird. Because normally, you will find iron in any given shaft. Unless you are very unlucky. Okay, that was quick. Aluminum. I found aluminum. Interesting, because I've been kind of low on aluminum in the main part for a while. Okay, interesting ores around here. I found emerald before finding iron. Seriously, that's not something you see every day. Of course, I am in an extreme hills biome, so that kind of helps. Gotcha. Ooh, got a present. Zip. No. Oh, like, come on. I heard you. I heard you. And that may look like it, but that's not iron. That's a different kind of copper. It has I know, kind of confusing. But that's the way it is sometimes. You get some ores that look like things that you're after when they're not. Okay. Okay, that was interesting. I may actually have to roast something. Burnt some bones. Okay. There's a very yellow ore around here. I'm not sure what it is, but it's not what I'm looking for. Seriously, where are you, iron? That's all I want, is some iron. And I know you're not it. Actually, just to prove this isn't iron. Yep, I was right. It's copper. So you just go right back there. Okay. Well, that's very unsuccessful. Wait. Is that iron? That looks like it's actually iron. Yes, my eyes are good enough to tell the difference at this setting. Okay. Just saying. Whoa. Big lag. Big lag spike. Big lag spike. See, there's copper and there's... What's up with the lag spikes suddenly? Hello? Let me through. Don't crash because I got the wrong ore. That would be bad. And kind of rare and disturbing. Oh, thank goodness you're iron. Okay, that takes care of that. I think I have enough to make the buckets that I need. And a little bit of other things too. In fact, I should probably start using the ability to make chests and stuff and establish my base, so a little bit more. So yeah, there's that. Okay, now the question is, where did I come in? I know I came in with water and lava. Ah, here we go. That's where I came in. Or is it? Because there's also iron here that I somehow didn't get. Okay. Or maybe this just connects. That is a powerful pickaxe. It just says plus 12 damage, but I just one-shot a skeleton. Just like to bring that to mind. Okay, who's shooting me from where? You're not from that angle. There you are. This is good armor. Blind light armor, you're awesome. Of course, I think I have a strength boost from it or something. Yeah, I do have strength too. Which is why I'm one-shotting everything. You got strength too, you smash things. It's what you do. Okay. I see you're enjoying a fallen friend there. You took up the... Okay, it's a zombie with a creeper head holding an arrow. You don't see that very often. Okay. Did I have a connecting area this way, or do I have to find some other way to the top? So that's a pretty good question. I'm trying to remember if there has been or not. Toro, come on, this way. I don't necessarily need those things, so you can just go ahead and get roasted. Thank you. I just wanted to see that happen. So no particular reason otherwise, I just wanted to. Okay, so let me look at the ceiling and see, can I see a way out, or did I even come in this way? I'm not sure. It doesn't feel quite right. No, I came in with water. No, it was over more kind of like this area, because it also had lava. That's right. I'm trying to remember how I came in. I think I've got it now. Ish. There should be a hole. And maybe not. Okay, maybe I'll have to keep looking for home for a little while. Because apparently this isn't working. Of course, I can always just burrow up the same way I got here. Or is it? Oh, it's more around here, I think. Ish. Okay, I'm getting sniped. That's just annoying. It's not something that's going to really harm me in this armor, but it's just annoying. Okay. Ah, here's my shaft. I knew it was around the water somewhere. Okay, I have all my supplies I'm going to need. But I guess I'm going to have to finish this off next time. And mark that shaft maybe a little better on both sides. Yeah, that's going to be a thing. But yeah, I'm going to have to... Wow, already stuffed. Okay, so I'm going to have to establish a base a bit more decidedly, I guess you could say. Because I'm going to need to get my brew ready, and I'm going to have to make sure that I have supplies, because this is going to be a whenever I actually can do this type base. So, oh, my tree's established. Okay, that may have more than doubled my altar power right there. Of course, again, this is a beginning altar in a new area, so it's not going to be quite as extreme. And by the way, in case you're wondering, I don't think creeper heads count towards the head slot. I would be able to boost it much more simply just by giving it a simple torch than I would a creeper head, ironically. Okay, let's put a few presents around just to be festive. I mean, to celebrate having a new base. Presents? There we go. But yeah, let me just go ahead and promote that slot just a little bit. Also, that way I'll be able to, in fact, have a few extra torches. See, now I can recharge faster. Doesn't give me a boost on my like overall power it can accumulate, but that's okay. Sometimes you don't get all the boosts at one time. Oh well, things have been kind of a little out of order recently. Oh my gosh, that spread so well. Perfect. But anyhow, I guess I'll be establishing my base in the spirit world a little bit more over time instead uh, of just rushing in. But at least I do think I have all the supplies I need to get my special brew ready. And maybe, if I'm lucky, maybe next time I'll be facing, uh, maybe I'll be preparing the mirror. Maybe I'll be facing off with the boss or specialty. Well, it's hard to really place the strength of this mob, and it'll be very, very apparent why. If you haven't seen it before, it's kind of a little crazy. But I'll be doing that probably next time. For now, this has been Glitch Reaper. I'll be logging off. Hope to hear from y'all later, and remember, crazy Minecraft.